call the member for Fairfax.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. And just to correct the record, I want to pay tribute to the member for Wide Bay, who's put forward this motion today. I'm the member for Fairfax. And what a great member the member for Wide Bay is. And the other speaker here today who's just spoken, the member for Fisher. I mean, not only are these two gentlemen such wonderful advocates for the region of the Sunshine Coast, but the former, a former police officer, and the latter, a former construction barrister. Two men who know more about this topic than anybody in the opposition, as well demonstrated by those opposite speakers thus far. Can I just start by the member has just left the House, who very proudly said that Labor always believes in the rule of law, Deputy Speaker. Labor always believes in the rule of law. Match that with the other speaker who proudly said, I'm a proud unionist. I'm very proud to be a unionist. And so only last week, Sally McManus, the new ACTU secretary, made very clear she doesn't see any problem with breaking the rule of law. Lee Sales says on 7:30 to Sally McManus, yet nonetheless, we live in a country where there are laws that are established by a parliament that all citizens are expected to abide by. So regardless of whether you agree or disagree with those laws, you said that you believe in the rule of law. Sally McManus, yeah, I believe in the rule of law where the law is fair, where the law is right, but when it's unjust, I don't think there's any problem with breaking it. And that is the problem with the modern union movement, and that is the problem, Deputy Speaker, that is the problem with today's Labor Party. Because I agree with the former speaker's very proud historical narrative of the union movement in Australia. And I believe actually the union movement should be proud of their past. What they should be dreadfully ashamed of is their present. What they should be ashamed of is the very party that purports to represent workers undermining workers. What they should be ashamed of is the fact that today's union movement defies the rule of law. Now, this is not just one or two people who are a pox on the Labor movement. It is their fundamental business model. It's the way they do business. And that's the inherent problem of the union movement today. Now, of course, in listening to the last speaker, I thought I'd better look up the Labor Party website, and you'll be happy to say that it has a heading saying, "We'll put the people first, standing up for middle class and working class people." Now, Deputy Speaker, what absolute rot. The suggestion by the first speaker that the coalition government doesn't look after workers, well, indeed we do, and that is what the ABCC was all about. Later this week we'll have a debate in the House about a Fair Work amendment protecting vulnerable workers. Now, that's the coalition government going into bat for the very people the Labor Party and the unions pretend they want to represent. Now, as the member for Fisher outlaid, we in Queensland, the state of Queensland, have been victim particularly to the CFMEU. Now, Queensland and Victoria almost compete, it seems, at the CFMEU level to see who can break the most laws, Deputy Speaker. 3 out of 4 issues in that sector attracting the Commissioner's attention are in either Victoria or Queensland. Lady Salento Children's Hospital, that was hit by the CFMEU. The Gold Coast University Hospital, that was hit. The Brisbane Supreme Court project, that was hit. The Queensland Institute of Medical Research project, that was hit. And something close to, we 3 members, the Sunshine Coast University Hospital. Yep, that was hit by the CFMEU. Now, at the end of the day, there was a task force, a trade union police task force, established to start looking at these very problems. They were investigating 34 referrals, and what has the Labor state government in Queensland done? They have withdrawn participation in that task force, leaving vulnerable workers without any safety whatsoever. And so may I suggest, Deputy Speaker, let me give some gratuitous advice to the members opposite, that when they next go to their website and they have their big banner, it should read, "We'll put unions first," throwing middle class and working class people under the bus. It's a disgrace and the union movement needs to be fixed.
Order, the honourable's time has expired. The question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member